And welcome to the spring storm season, a First Alert Storm Team weather special. This has been a harsh winter with extreme cold, ice, and more than 20 inches of snow.
Yeah, it really has been a crazy winter.
It really has. Good evening. I'm Kristen Walls.
And I'm meteorologist Monty Webb. The first day of spring is just 28 days away. And some of the early indicators are suggesting that this storm season could start off to be a very active start to our spring weather season.
And it's nearly guaranteed that a tornado will occur somewhere in our viewing area each spring season.
WHAS11 Storm Team meteorologist Ben Pine is breaking down our tornado chances.
On average, over 1,000 tornadoes hit the United States each year, and about 30 of those in Kentucky and Indiana. And our chances of tornadoes are about to go up. Tornadoes in general are not a common sight, but twisters do hit our area more than we'd like. Kentuckiana has had them all, from EF0s to EF5s. The EF, or Enhanced Fujita Scale, is used to assign a tornado a rating based on estimated wind speeds and related damage. In EF0, with wind speeds of 65 to 85 miles per hour, is the weakest, causing little to no damage. And EF1, at 86 to 110 miles per hour, can cause moderate damage, severely stripping roofs. And EF2 has winds at around 111 to 135 miles per hour, causing considerable damage, possibly tearing roofs off of well-constructed homes. The EF3 clocks wind speeds from 136 to 165 miles per hour and produces severe damage, destroying entire stories of well-constructed homes. And EF4 has winds from 166 to 200 miles per hour, causing extreme damage, with the power to level an entire home. The EF5 is the most rare and the most dangerous, with winds over 200 miles per hour. Total destruction, sweeping away homes from their foundations. Since 1830, we've had a total of 613 tornadoes reported, 65 killer tornadoes, resulting in 440 fatalities. Thankfully, most of our tornadoes are the weaker EF0 and EF1. We've had 133 EF0s, 233 EF1s, and 161 EF2s. And again, thankfully, much fewer of the more ferocious EF3s to EF5s. By the way, the only two EF5 tornadoes we've had happened on the same day, April 3rd, 1974. We've had 293 days with tornadoes reported, most during the spring season. This graph shows significantly less tornadoes during the winter and fall, with 145 tornado days during the spring and 79 days during the summer. When we break it down month to month, April leads the way with 62 tornado days. Our next busiest tornado months are May and June. March has the fourth most tornadoes, showing the tornado season is just about to begin.
And of course, as soon as a tornado watch is issued, it's time to think about your tornado safety plan and check to make sure your safety supplies are handy. The sirens blare and local forecasters have just interrupted your TV show to warn about a possible tornado on the ground. There it is, right there. You start to panic and head to the basement immediately. But what if you don't have a basement? This is the time to start planning. Make sure you have a tornado plan in place before severe weather season kicks into high gear. The first thing you want to put together, an emergency kit. Your emergency weather kit should contain things like food and water, enough to last you at least 72 hours, along with a first aid kit, a NOAA weather radio, along with a flashlight. Next, have a plan in place. Where are you going to go once the tornado warning has been issued? If you have a house with a basement, head there. Seek shelter under a heavy table or workbench and make sure you cover yourself with blankets and pillows. If you live in a house with no basement, a dorm, or apartment complex, head to the lowest level. Find a small center room such as a bathroom or a closet and stay away from windows. If you live in a mobile home, get out. Go to a nearby permanent structure using your tornado evacuation plan. Most tornadoes can destroy even tied-down mobile homes. And what if you are caught in your vehicle? If you have time, seek shelter in a sturdy building or underground. Avoid seeking shelter under bridges, which can create deadly traffic hazards while offering little protection from flying debris. And what about the myth of opening the windows to equalize pressure in your house? Well, forget about it. The tornado will blast the windows open for you. And after the storm has moved out, keep your family together and wait for emergency personnel to arrive. And make sure to stay away from power lines and puddles with wires in them. Also stay out of any heavily damaged houses or buildings, as they could collapse at any time.
And you know, Kristen, there are other weather threats and dangers, from lightning to floods to strong winds. Severe weather conditions can happen anytime and anywhere. What's the #1 killer when it comes to weather? We break it down next.
Plus, there are numerous tools and technology to track weather systems days in advance of a storm system. And in just a few minutes, we're going to show you how we use the technology in November to give you your winter forecast. We'll go back in November to show you how it's stacked up with reality.
And here's a weather trivia question for you. Is the best place to be during a tornado in the southwest corner of your basement? A, because tornadoes generally travel from southwest to northeast. B, it's safer to be outside because the house could collapse on you. Or C, no one part of your basement is any safer than any other part. We'll have the answer when we come back. First question, is the best place to be during a tornado in the southwest corner of your basement? The answer, C. No one part of your basement is any safer than another. Just remember to put as many walls between you and the outside on the lowest level of your home. And besides tornadoes, there are other weather dangers.
Yeah, there's lightning, strong winds, and floods. Meteorologist Reed Yaden has more on spring and summertime dangers.
When we talk about severe weather, it is tornadoes that get most of the attention and perhaps generate the greatest amount of fear.
Stay in! Do not come out!
Dramatic video of a tornado seems to overshadow other forms of severe weather and the associated risk. It might surprise you to learn that flash flooding is the #1 cause of thunderstorm-related deaths. Most flash flooding fatalities occur at night, and most victims are people who become trapped in their cars. Don't risk driving through a flooded area. During severe weather, people being rescued from their cars in flooded areas is far too common. Lightning is another deadly aspect of thunderstorms. Most deaths from lightning occur when people are caught outdoors during the summer in the afternoon and evening. Straight line winds are responsible for most thunderstorm wind damage, and every year they claim over 140 lives nationally. Here are some things you can do to greatly reduce your chances of death or injury from flooding, wind, and lightning. Don't drive or walk into flooded areas, such as underpasses and streams. Seek shelter indoors when thunderstorms approach. Stay away from windows and porches. Don't touch electrical equipment or cords, and avoid plumbing. Stats for last year will be released at the end of April, but in 2012, 528 people died around the nation from weather-related injuries. Property damage totaled $38 billion. Now, the key thing to remember is it's very possible to greatly reduce the odds of being killed or injured in severe weather. The National Weather Service has a phrase they think you should remember. When thunder roars, go indoors. Safety tip #1. I'm First Alert Storm Team meteorologist Reed Yaden.
And here's your next trivia question. The number of tornadoes per year has been increasing since the early 1900s due to A, warmer temperatures and more moisture in the atmosphere because of climate change, B, general increase in the population, more trained spotters, better radar detection technology, and better follow-up damage surveys, or C, an expansion of Tornado Alley. We'll have the answer as soon as we come back. And here's the answer to your trivia question. The number of tornadoes per year has been increasing since the early 1900s due to B, general increase in the population, more trained spotters, and better radar detection technology, and better follow-up of damage surveys.
So basically, we just have more people living out in rural areas that
can
are seeing
spot all
more tornadoes. Everyone's got smartphones and they're taking video, so I think that's one of the reasons why we have an increase in the number of tornadoes.
Well, the WHAS11 First Alert Storm Team goal is to provide you with the most accurate forecast in Kentuckiana. Our mission to inform, prepare, and keep you and your family safe during severe weather.
And minutes and seconds count when severe storms are racing through the area. That's why we use the latest weather technology.
Max HD radar can track storms to your city and neighborhood, telling you when they'll arrive. We can even follow storms right down to your street. With Max, we can look three-dimensionally into a storm, seeing a tornado as it develops, giving you the extra warning needed to keep you and your family safe. Storm Tracker 3D has our tornado debris signature and track, pinpointing tornado touchdowns. We also have other weather tools you can use. Weathercaster is a free weather app you can download on your iPad, iPhone, and all smartphones. Weathercaster will notify you when a severe warning or watch has been issued for your area. It also has interactive radar, allowing you to track approaching storms. Weathercaster is packed full of information to keep you weather-wise. You can check out our website, WHAS11.com, for the latest forecast, weather blog, and you'll also find an interactive radar there, too.
And I want to remind everyone to like our Facebook pages and follow us on Twitter for weather updates. And please remember to send us your weather reports and pictures. They really do help us.
Now we're going to look back at our forecast from the winter and let you know how we did.
Yeah, this past November we had a winter special and we gave you our winter forecast, and I want to show you that graphic right now. This is the exact same graphic, Kristen. We have not changed one single word. So this was our forecast back in November. Several cold outbreaks. Temperatures at or slightly below average, 2 to 4 weather events, snow events, and snow at or slightly above. So how's our report card? Well, we've had 4 cold weather outbreaks. Our average temperature has been 4.5 degrees below average. We've had 4 snow events of 2.5 inches or greater, and our total snowfall for the year, so far, 21.2 inches.
3 out of 4.
Yeah, I know, not bad. All right, join us tomorrow morning for GMK.